Hi guys, we're going to be working with Milla Hardware today. The practice exercises start on 477. You really do need to work through these. If you don't watch the video, that is fine. You need to at least read through it and complete stuff as the exercise directions say. So make sure you have downloaded Milla Hardware from your Access Data files if you have not already. What we're going to do is create a report. So what we're going to start with is our brush items query. Go ahead and click on it. We're going to create a report that goes with that. So after you clicked on brush items, go up here to the top, click create, and then find this binder little thing, click on it, and that is for your report. You can see that it automatically pulls it up for you. You can go through, you can look where your headers, footers, things like that are on the report. On here, we are going to go ahead and format these. So make sure Format tab is selected with your report. And we're going to go to Group and Sort. From here, you have this little navigation pane that pops up. And you need to click on the list of field names. Add a group. Then your field names, and we want department name. You can see how it's broken it up. Then we want to also sort it, so we're going to add a sort, and we're going to sort it by product name. And it's done for us. We can change it from ascending to descending order, all with this little button right here by product name. You can do the same thing if you click up on department name, A to Z, or Z to A for your options. Go ahead, you can close out of this bottom box, and we want to make some items bold. So we're going to make our brush items, department name, extension, and product name all bold. I just click on each one and shift click to get all of those selected. Control B, remember, is your shortcut. We want to change the size of some of these columns. So just click on your department name. That's the first one we're going to change. Make sure it is selected. Then get your double-headed arrow, like what you have over here to the right. Drag it over to the left so everything is in there. We'll do the same thing for the others. Extension is fine. Product name we need to do the same thing for. From there, we want to have our extensions centered. So just click on one of the numbers. Control E is your shortcut. Otherwise, you can use your button up here. Go ahead and save your report as brush items. Okay, now we're going to continue with part 7 of Milla Hardware. This is on page 482. Make sure the report is up. What we're going to do now is we're going to click on Home, and then we're going to change it to our design view. On here, if you click on the product name header, it's right here, the second row, you can see that it displays all the borders, and that's what these dashed lines are on here. And what we want to do is count these records. So up here across the top, we need to make sure we are on Format, and we're going to format the totals. Alright, what we need to do, sorry I messed up, we need to go back to our report view, then click on product name. Maybe if it'll work, and it's still not working. So we're going to try our layout view, product name, there we go. Here's our format. We're going to go to totals, and what we want to do on here is we want it to count for us. So we're going to do count records. So here you can see how it's added our little footers in here. So here's our total for housewares, here's our total for paint, here's our sheet total. Okay, so in order to do that, we just clicked on product name, totals, count records. My apologies for the confusion there. If we don't want this summary, we just click on it, press delete, and it gets rid of it for us. So now what we're going to do is add the label. This is where I was getting ahead of myself. We're going to go to View, Design View. From here, what we need to do is to add in a label. So we are going to go up here to the top and make sure you're on Design. Click the label, and we want to go where it says Department Name Footer. Draw in our text box, and we are going to put in brushes in department. So now we have our label in there. Just press enter, and it's going to come up with this error because it's not sure what you're trying to associate it with. It's okay. It's one of those, it just wants to make sure you have it in the right spot. From there, what we're going to do is we're also going to add another footer in there. So we want to find our summary. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to add a total down here in our report footer. What we need to do though, if you try to add in your label here, it won't work. So we have to go up here to View, go back to our layout view, and we want this total to be over here. Easy fix. Just click on one of the product names, go to Totals, Count Records, just like what we did before. Now go over to this first 8 and hit delete. And that will delete that for you. It puts our total where we want it. Sometimes you make mistakes. It happens. Sometimes it's easier just to start completely over. This case, it was just easier to go back a step and fix it. So now we'll go back into our design view. Just right up here at the top left hand corner, the view, and then down to design view. Now we'll add a label right here with the count. Make sure you are in design right up here towards the middle of your screen. Click on label, and we're going to go ahead and add one in here that says total with a colon. Now we don't need that whole space like what we just made on here, so you can go ahead and make it a little bit smaller. You can also take this and move it right over next to the count. All you have to do with it, click in it, and then click on one of the yellow borders and adjust it as needed. Same with your brushes in department. If you don't like how far away it is, you can go ahead and edit it as needed. Just like with your brushes in department label, you have the error that pops up. It's okay, it just wants to make sure that everything is the way you want it. So now you can go into your layout view and you can see what it looks like. If it looks similar to page 483, you're doing well. You can also do your print and preview from your office button. Go down to print and then print preview. You can see what it looks like. Fairly easy stuff once you get the hang of it. Make sure you save this if you have not yet. We're going to work with one more thing on here. And once again, we are using this brush items report, so you can make sure it is open and it's already selected. You can always close it, just double click on it, opens it. You guys know that. What we're going to do is use our external data, and we want to go to more, and we're going to find the HTML document. And so your more is right here. You use your arrow, HTML. Remember, this makes it so if people don't have access, they can view it with using a web browser. It comes up with this box similar to what you've seen before when you're importing information, and we want to click on browse and make sure you save it into your documents, and we are going to call it brush items. Tell it okay. Oh, sorry, cancel that. I messed up on it. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to cancel that. More. We don't want to import it. We want to save it. And it is right here. We want to use the export one. I was using import. My apologies. So same idea. It already gives us a name. You can browse for where it needs to be saved at. Make sure it's in your folder until it's saved. Then go ahead and check the open destination file after it's complete. Then tell it OK. From here it pulls up what kind of code we want it to use. And we just want to tell it OK to use default. And it pulls it up for us. Then you can go ahead and close that box. We don't have to save the export steps, so just close it. So the key here is make sure you use export for more instead of import, because otherwise you'll have issues like we just had. So last little bit for Milla Hardware, we are going to create a new query, and we're going to have calculated fields in there. And we're going to use only the products table. So just like what we did before, create query design. We want our products table. Close out of the window for selecting your tables. We want some specific items from that. We want department, product name, cost, and price. We want this sorted in ascending order by department, so make sure you change that. Now we're going to create the calculated fields. So on here, we are going to put in profit with a colon, then use our square brackets because we want to pull specific fields. So price in square brackets and cost also in square brackets. From there, we also want our markup. So similar to our profit, we're going to use markup. We're going to use a double bracket to make sure it's the square ones. Price, close it, minus cost, square bracket, divided by square bracket, cost, then close your bracket. Hopefully we have all the brackets in there that you need. You want to double check. This is on page 486. Looks like I am missing one double bracket after the first cost. On here, we want to right click on this markup field and we want to go down to properties. So here is our property sheet, our query properties. And with our format, we want to change it to a %. And we need to make sure everything is set the way it needs to be.